So politics as usual. Well, pretty much, I think what everyone was really right now. This is like everyday life. I only want to touch the everyday life and talk about what we're experiencing right now, and then we're gonna get to the drone strikes. We're gonna get to like the secret black operations. I mean, I've worked on documentary about this, a short feature documentary about this, about drone strikes in Waziristan. So it's like, and when it comes to military industrial complex, we can talk about that. And what I really want to
But you
talk
know what
about,
I think is the difference?
Dr. Virginia, I really want to talk about what people are dealing with right now. It's just $600.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna get into that. I just want
So
to make one little point.
I want to drop this real quick. No, you gotta really realize the flow of the narrative. So we gotta go. We gotta go with the right now.
A piece of work. I like that.
So we gotta go right now because right now this is crazy right now because Trump, he's like you said, he's like a terrorist in some ways. He's like this guy who's like, whatever he's motivated by. The fact that he like pardoning 4 Blackwater Black Ops is just shot up and used grenade launchers like they were like using kill streaks in the video game. Now he's going to say that. Now he's going to say that Trump blasts COVID relief bill just passed by Congress demands changes.
Yeah, he's trying to make himself look like he's Captain America.
So like we're not going to play this video of him because I don't want to play this like Jabba the Hutt man playing talking, but like. I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 to $4,000 for a couple. So pretty much he wants to go up to the Canada. Pretty much, Canada has like a $2,000 monthly payment.
Monthly, yeah.
That's for one person. It goes up higher if you have a family or a couple, or if you have children. So like Germany has like up to $7,000 if you're a family. Other countries we're going to go about and dash and bash. They all have different levels, but now at Christmas, almost at Christmas Eve, Trump is going to say that hey, I want $2,000 going here, So, but at the same time, he talks about, and what's crazy when you talk about the military industrial complex. This shows how corrupt this guy. I want to give context to what you're talking about with the Blackwater. He says this in his speech. How dare this man says this? 84.5 million for assistance to Cambodia. He talks about how dictatorships are getting money. Dr. Regis, this is what he says in his speech, tying to like getting $2,000. He says that these places where they're pretty much chopping people down the streets and burying their bodies places. He's saying that like we're giving them too much money and stuff like that. Meanwhile, he's like partying in 4 Blackwater special operations people. So this is what's buried in this kind of speech that he talks about. So that's why I get context about how like this guy pardons 4 Blackwater members, but at the same time, in the same breath, says that they give Americans $2,000. Cambodia, we're giving too much money to Cambodia, we're giving too much money to Egypt, we're giving too much money to Pakistan, all this kind of bullshit stuff. And but yeah, he's pardoning like mass murderers. So
yeah, I think what he's doing is he's trying to put the American electoral system on trial. So what he's saying is that yeah, okay, the election is rigged, but in case it wasn't rigged, look at me and look at everybody else. You see what these people that are going to be here after me, they only wanted to give you $600. I'm saying that they should have given you more money. He wasn't talking this shit before the election, though. He was only talking this shit after the election.
I don't know.
And now he's releasing murderers and terrorists back out onto the streets.
So Dr. Virginius, I want to pull up his article that gives like this. We want to see the faces of these men who he's pretty much let loose.
They've got no soul in their eyes.
So here it is. This is like it has like because it's on my browser, Facebook and Twitch, like they show like his weird military stuff. But President Trump pardoned 4 Blackwater contractors convicted of killing civilians in Iraq. So Dr. Virginius, this is when I picked up where we left off. This is a picture of the security guards
Yeah, it's the artist depiction.
Quotation marks, security guards. I don't know what you've heard of security guards just like using grenade launchers on children. But
No, it's very clearly some black ops stuff where because the thing is, governments all around the world, and the United States is foremost among them, that hire these private contractors to do military things that they know that the people of their own country will not support. They will not condone whatever it is because they know it's morally wrong, it's illegal, it's extrajudicial, it's just straight up murder. So if the people that they send there from these private contractors get caught, then they have plausible deniability. Well, they were not in American uniforms, so they were not actually working for us. We don't know what they were doing. We don't know who they are. We're not going to negotiate for their release, et cetera, et cetera. That's usually the way it goes with this black ops stuff.
So I remember this. I've actually seen like video stuff of this. This massacre that happened. It was kind of like kind of like a circle, like kind of Grand Army Plaza, kind of like the kind of Pamador kind of circle, like circle,
like a traffic circle.
Yeah, like a traffic circle. So it was pretty much a massacre at a traffic circle. So pretty much it was almost over 30 witnesses in this federal inquiry case.
How many of those witnesses are still alive today? That's what I'd like to know.
So, I mean, there's a lot of journalists figuring this out right now with this story right now, especially. But during the trial, prosecutors argued in 2014 that the men should have received harsh sentences for their roles, stating that they had shown no remorse for their actions. This is what federal prosecutors argued in 2014. The three men were sentenced to 30 years in prison for what they did.
We're talking about mass murder. Like what's left? Is he gonna pardon that Dylan Roof kid? Is that next? He's gonna start, because that's, I mean, when you think about it, that's on that scale. They murdered a bunch of civilians who could not defend themselves. He went into their territory, a bunch of defenseless people, including children, and mowed them down. What's really the difference between those guys and Dylan Roof?
So this is what Trump does on a couple of days before Christmas Eve, Black Power Magic Hour. He pardons mass murderers. He pardons people who helped them lie about the Russian investigation. Basically pardons on like a couple of 3 days before Christmas Eve. So
I think it's kind of sort of like a giant fuck you to the country, but at the same time, it does not. It's a direct conflict with the rest of the shit that came out of his camp, talking about, you better get this $600 crap out of my face. You better give Americans more money. Like I said, on his face, it's very difficult to say that he's an asshole if you just take him at his word. But we already know that there's usually some bullshit behind something that makes sense that comes out of his mouth. So it's like, what is he playing at? Like, what's the end game? Because I don't see him wanting Americans to get more money without something in return.
Oh, so when we go back to full circle when it comes to politics as usual, what we're talking about now, while he's pardoning serial killers, he's saying that, hey, Americans, you need $2,000 a month, So like he's doing that at the same time, it's like, okay, this guy's a total maniac, and this was yelling. And what you said in the pre-production show, he's kind of like Randy Quaid. Tell me about this example. He said that he's kind of like Randy Quaid in Independence Day, that scene in Independence Day.
Yeah, you can't fire that last missile.
You can't fire the last missile.
He just
flying X-16 for the first time.
Yeah, he just flies his dildo into the alien butthole, and he's a fucking hero. Like I don't get, like it. The thing is, and that's why I felt so conflicted when I looked at the breaking news before we came on. It was very difficult for I'm looking like, where's the angle? There's got to be an angle here.
Yeah, we have the P continuous ... That's what makes breaking news so breaking news. As like it's happening in real time. We're gonna follow here on Black Power Magic Hour. That's politics as usual. Follow on Facebook and Twitch, and follow us on YouTube on act.tv, which has over 46,000 subscribers. On follow Juliana and James on the internet, which he's just got a surgery, I think. James from the internet. So bless him. He's back up. He's going to be on a show in January. So follow Act TV and follow Dr. Avery Genius on. He's go stream all the time on Twitch and Facebook. So follow us, and that's politics as usual. So that's what's going on here. I know I just came from upstate New York. I wasn't not paying attention to news.
You were burning hamburgers, right?
Yeah, I was social distancing. I was totally away from people. No, I was making steak on a cast iron.
Oh, so you were burning the steak. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I was totally away from everyone.
I will only eat burnt steak. Like it's got to be like medium well or just well done.
Are you serious? You know, I mean, it was just sarcastic.
I'm dead ass serious. If that meat, there ain't no E. coli salmonella going on over here.
About this a lot when it comes to you want to get a lot of people like want well done. Especially black people want well done meat,
or at least medium well. Like again, like it's crazy. Like I talked to
this
like
is a great segue to the vaccine.
What's funny?
This is a good segue to the virus.
I talked to some of my clients about like the differences because a lot of my clients are people that can afford my services and they're lacking melanin. Let's put it that way, right?
Yeah.
And Athena didn't like that very much at all in the Twitch chat, but it's like when my clients tell me about all the things that they do, and I'm thinking, yeah, that's definitely some white people shit. Because for whatever reason, it just seems like black people are just so much more risk averse than white people. We're not jumping out of airplanes. We're not jumping attached to bungee cords. Yeah. We're not, fucking kite, white water rafting.
The first experimental vaccine for a global pandemic.
Yeah, we don't want to be the guinea pigs for some new shit.
Phil has to jump into the virus.